Hello everybody and welcome back to the FormulaFred racing channel. Now, first up, fair play, Max Verstappen. I mean, we say he can't do it every week, we say he can't win every week, but every time that guy turns up, performs, just blows everyone out of the water. You can say it's the car, but his teammates barely been out of Q1. Let alone into Q3 in the last 10 races. And yeah, and we've just seen another record extending race from Max Verstappen. 17 wins so far this season. So, as it was a sprint weekend this weekend, we're going to go for a sprint through quick roundup of the race. So, Friday, qualifying, and it didn't disappoint. First few rounds went as expected, and then P3, you can see the stormy clouds coming in. You think, oh, it's going to rain, when are these guys going to get out, who's going to take it? And fair play Aston Martin, they sacrificed what could be a potential track improvement to the end, like we usually see, to ensure that they missed the bad weather, and well done. P3, P4 being led home by Lance Stroll. Well done. Max got out as usual. He loves to set the tone early. He's never usually the last one across the line. Went out, did an absolute stonking lap. P1 was about 3/10 quicker than anybody else. Anyone else that went out a bit later than that seemed to get a bit wrong. The weather seemed to help master Mercedes' pace, and they got P5 and 6. Anyone after that, yeah, just couldn't handle it. The weather just destroyed them, and I mean, even worse for Oscar Piastri spinning, and yeah, didn't even get a lap in. Saturday time, onto the sprint shootout. Now, not a whole lot happened here, and the only talking point really outside of who was on pole was that crash. What was going on? Ocon ploughing into the side of Alonso, and I mean, I saw it as a racing incident, to be honest. More on the fault of Ocon. He's just a bit silly, getting on the radio straight away, going, I'm blaming Fernando. It wasn't Fernando's fault. Yes, he could have been a bit further over, but it shouldn't have been needed. Thankfully, the stewards saw it as I did, just a racing incident, and nothing else happened. Boom! Then we all got what we wanted. Lando Norris. He made up what the rain took away the day before and popped it on pole. Sprint time now, Lando Norris starting on pole, hoping for big things from him. Max Verstappen P2, hoping that something doesn't happen for him, but no, straight off the bat, gets a good second phase out and overtakes Norris. And we don't see him again. Yeah, Lewis Hamilton getting a great start as well, and then after a few corners getting past Lando Norris, and I think this really neutralised the race for him and helped Max get a bit further away. Norris got him back, and yeah, that was that really. After that, the only real thing to say is, yeah, the Mercs, they just kept going backwards and backwards and backwards, and quite frankly, yeah, they were lucky that it was such a short race. Otherwise, yeah, they would have been out the points then. Now, onto the race. Sunday's race. It was all, the stars were aligning, it was going to be so good, it was all set up for us. We had Max in P1, we had Charles P2, the Astons 3 and 4. What could Hamilton, Norris, Russell, all shown okay pace in the qualifying? What could they do? Well, unfortunately, we're never going to find out because, unfortunately, on the formation lap, Charles Leclerc's car just cut out on him. Standard Ferrari behaviour, and I mean, when is Charles going to catch a break? If for nothing else, just for that from P1. Right, on to the start. Well, I mean, wow. Lando Norris, what a start. Well played, mate. Up from P6 to P2, steaming around the outside of Alonso, who we thought, God, he's going to be alright. He's got a clear track in front of him. But no, went steamed up there. I mean, no one could get close to Max at that point. I mean, Lewis Hamilton as well. Round the outside of Stroll, getting up to P3. Brilliant stuff. And we thought, here we go. We've got a race on our hands. Can someone challenge for the lead? Well, 2 seconds later, the race got stopped. And, I mean, don't get me started. Another wasted lap behind the safety car going round when instantly we all knew red flag, just wave it. But yeah, poor old Albon, he got a decent enough start, as did Kevin Magnussen. They got round Nico Hulkenberg, who had a bad start. Unfortunately, Hulk just tagged the back of him, knocking him into Magnussen, and unfortunately took both of them out the race. However, this incident also took out some innocent bystanders in the names of Daniel Ricciardo and Oscar Piastri. I mean, that was 2 broken rear wings. I mean, I don't think I've seen any for ages, and 2 in the same corner when they weren't really even part of the incident. Ricciardo unfortunately getting hit by a rogue wheel. Thankfully that didn't hit him. And Piastri, just getting knocked on the back. It seemed like such a gentle touch, but it caused a lot of damage. But I mean, lucky for them, they got the red flag. So the boys in the garages, I mean, insane job. How they managed to get those cars back in the race. I know they had 25 minutes, but geez, it's a big job to get those all fixed. And apparently Piastri's car had suspension damage as well. So well played, boys. You did a cracking job getting them back in. Although such a stupid rule, putting them a lap down on there. They should have just wiped that off, because it just meant that those two were just having a nice little battle at the back of the race and couldn't make any other impact. Now, back to the main part of the race. So Norris kept Verstappen honest for the first part. I mean, at one point I thought, yes, go on boy, go on. He was right alongside him, just about to overtake him. And to be honest, this just seemed to annoy Max, and it was like, right, you think you can challenge me? I don't think so, boy. And it was just like, see, then he started extending and extending and extending from then on. And yeah, didn't see much of him after that. Again with the Mercs, decent pace in the beginning. Hamilton being chased down by Russell on the radio again. It's like, come on, just focus on driving. If you're driving this badly, stop complaining. And yeah, we thought, oh, doing all right. And again, just after the first initial phase, it was back and down and down. It's what was going to happen. And to be honest, I think they just retired George's car to save face, if nothing else, because I think he was going to finish about 14th at the pace that he was on. I don't think they could have done anything. I think where they finished was just the best they could do, and that was P8 for Lewis Hamilton. I mean, geez, not what I predicted, certainly not. Now at this point, the race is kind of stagnating a little, and to be honest, it's getting a bit dull. I even watched some fireworks outside of the window. I was thinking, oh well, at least they're nice to look at. There's only one man really putting any action in, and that was the man under pressure who had to perform, and that's Perez. He got himself back up there, got himself into the race, and yeah, as soon as he got into P4, we were thinking, right, he's going to catch Fernando, he's going to get past him on the podium, he might even get a chance to have a run at Norris by the end of the race. But no, that defensive masterclass from Alonso, I mean, well done. That is something that they need to show in racing schools, because wow, I don't think any other driver in the world would be able to defend for, what was it, 40 laps against that Red Bull. And I mean, Perez was on it today, he was driving like a madman, so well done, like, just for keeping him behind. But then with 3 laps to go, we're thinking, oh no, as Perez got past, and oh no, Fernando, you missed out on your podium. And after all that good work, little did we know there was fighting the old dog yet. And on the very next go round, got him into corner 4, great run on, and it's like, oh wow, held him off for that part, that run up the hill, and then it was just a drag race to the line. And yeah, he beat it by 0.053 seconds in one of the closest finishes we've seen in a long time. And quite frankly, how he didn't win driver of the day, I don't know. I mean, happy Lando got it, but he's just done what he's done in the last few races, where he just can't quite catch Max, but doing what he needs to do. Now, prediction time. How have I done against my guesses? Let's have a look. Prime performer this week, I tipped George Russell. I was thinking the boy's back, he loves it here, got his only race victory here, he's gonna do it. Nah, L for me, sorry. I think he could have done it today, but the Merc just wasn't there on pace, so they just didn't have an opportunity to show it. So unfortunately, I've got to take that one as a no. Mr. Underwhelmer. Now I put Carlos Sainz for this, and it's hard to say because he didn't really make an impact. He didn't have the same qualifying as Charles did. I mean, Charles up to P2, I think Carlos was what, P8? Yes, he went out at a bad time, but still, I mean, I'm going to give myself a half point for this. He wasn't at the races, he didn't really do too much, but he didn't do anything too bad, so I mean, yeah, half point for that one. Sprint shootout winner. I predicted Lando Norris. Bing! Tick! 1 point for me. Yeah, Lando showing his skills in there, and yeah, got the fastest lap there. Sprint winner. Cross. Unfortunately, I predicted Lando for this one as well, and as I said before, Max got past him on corner 1, and yeah, no one really saw Max again after that. Pole position. Now, I was kind of hoping for a rain affected one, but I went for Lewis Hamilton because I thought, yeah, he's got this. Sadly, why did I ever doubt him? Max Verstappen again. So, no, wrong again. Top 3 time. Now, I predicted Russell P3, Norris P2, Hamilton P1. 1 point. As I said before, the Mercs just weren't at it today, so yeah. Unfortunately, there's 2 L's on there for me, with Verstappen P1 instead of Hamilton, Norris P2, that was right, and then Russell P3, no, it was Alonso. Now, how did I get on against Fred's far-fetched forecast? Now, I predicted a Max Verstappen DNF, the first one in 582 days, 38 Grand Prix. No, wrong. He won the race, won the sprint, won pole. Thank God Norris was there to beat him in the shootout, or he would have had a clean sweep again. But, right, so that's 2.5 points out of 9. So unfortunately, that's another big L for me this week. But we move on. And next time out, it's time for a brand new track. Las Vegas, baby. So I'll see you there. Bye bye.